what's some advice that you can give on just making sure that there isn't something demonic in your life? What can you do to get rid of that if you do think you have something like that?
Have you tried to cast out demons? Have you tried doing deliverance and it's not quite working? If you find a demonic presence, what's the best? Well, first of all, you got to be saved. That's number one. This kind of demon requires prayer and fasting.
Listen, we have the new End Times DVD. It investigates End Times investigation. I have a lot of my friends on here, Lisa Haven, Michael Lake. I have Josh Peck, L.A. Marzulli, Stephen Bancrofts. 8 hours of me investigating things like Satanism, demonic powers, Illuminati, New World Order, Antichrist, one world religion, end times miracles, Bible prophecy. I want you to text the word chosen to 91999 or go to davidheavener.tv/order or call 844-806-0006.
So let me tell you something about the paranormal world. Now listen to me if you've stumbled across this lunatic speaking here, and you say, who's this nut? Who's this guy talking about, demonic war? I'm from the paranormal world. Let me tell you something. You may be from the paranormal world. If you don't have the blood of Jesus surrounding you, on you, if you have not immersed in it, if you are not a child of the living God, you are going to get your rear end kicked. Not only that, but you're going to get kicked into hell permanently. All right? We have somebody, okay. Welcome, David Heavener Investigates. You out there?
Yeah, hey, David. I was watching the show, and I'm really intrigued by the by the concept of demons, and so and I've been around some folks that believe in that sort of thing and believe in like deliverance and casting out demons and all that. But what's some advice besides becoming a believer? What's some advice that you can give on just making sure that there isn't something demonic in your life, and just how do you what can you do to get rid of that if you do think you have something like that?
Okay, all right. So I think what you're asking is, have you tried to cast out demons? Have you tried doing deliverance and it's not quite working?
Oh, sorry, unmute again, Tom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. So it seems like the caller kind of left, but I want to clarify something. It seems like he's saying that he was doing some type of deliverance, Spencer, but it's not quite working. Is that right?
He's just asking how, if we find something, how to do it.
Okay. If you find a demonic presence, what's the best? Well, first of all, you got to be saved. That's number one. So you got to make sure that happens. So let me give you a little nugget here. There's a lot of people that do deliverance, myself included, and we run across a situation that's very difficult to drive out a demon. Listen, folks, let me tell you something. I don't seek this out. As a matter of fact, I'm like the guy that would really rather not encounter it, but when I do, I don't back off. And you shouldn't either. All right? But you don't go hunting it down like some ghost hunter or some paranormal person. But when you encounter it, you must stick with it. You must encounter it. Now, Jesus showed up on the scene, and the disciples were trying to cast this demon out, and it was not working. And they said to by the way, Jesus did show up, and he did cast the demon out. And they said to Jesus, why couldn't we do it? What was wrong? I'm going to paraphrase. Jesus said, this kind of demon requires prayer, and in some translations, fasting. But I'm going to stick with prayer and fasting. Now, when you encounter a demon, most of the time you don't have time to go off, excuse me, I got to go to my prayer closet, or I got to go find somewhere to talk to God. No, you don't have time for that. And you never saw a situation where Jesus said, time out. Hang on, demon. Just freeze. I got to go pray to the Father. Hang on. And then you do this prayer, and you come back and you have some kind of power. It doesn't work that way. Prayer is a constant communication with God. Prayer is a constant connection. In demonic warfare, you have to be prayed up. That doesn't mean that you sit down for an hour a week and you put a bunch of prayers in the prayer bank. God, I'm all prayed up now. Doesn't work that way. It's a constant communication with the Father. And only that, prayer goes both ways. It's a constant communication from the Father to us, giving us the intel, giving us the information on how we need to approach this. That's number one. That's prayer. Oh, let me get to number two. This is where you can smell rubber burning. Fasting. Well, David, I skip a meal once a week, lunch. Come on. I'm not talking about skipping one meal. First of all, the FDA and these government organizations have conned us into believing we got to have 3 meals a day. And now, did you hear the latest? 6 mini meals a day? Are you kidding me? It's like constantly cramming stuff in our mouth. Oh, but itty bitty meals, folks. Let me tell you something. Their plan is not to give you 6 itty bitty meals. They'll start out. They know that there is nothing in America that's itty bitty. It's major. That's why people are getting looking like the Goodyear blimp. Jesus said fasting. We got to stay away from food. Now, I love food and I'm addicted to food, but that's why I have to keep a lid on it. I fast every day. I do an intermittent fasting. I don't eat for like 16 to 20 hours, and then I eat. It helps me. Now, if you're diabetic or you've got some insulin thing going on, or something, talk to your doctor. Do not. I don't want to get a call saying that somebody went into a diabetic coma because they quit eating. You need to talk to your doctor, and you need to start praying to God, the doctor upstairs. Also, matter of fact, pray to the physician upstairs and ask him to straighten out your blood sugar and get rid of this diabetes. And then we need to start fasting, folks. Fasting, stay away from food. Okay, prayer and fasting. Get off on that tangent.
The brand new DVD of Last Evangelist. You can get it right now. It's limited collector's edition. It's got the new episode on it, along with banned videos with me and Michael Lake and Lisa Haven, Sheila Lazinski,